There's a tiny detail sitting right on your seatbelt that most people never question, even though it's always in plain sight. It doesn't move much, it doesn't make a sound, and it doesn't look important. But without it, using your seatbelt would feel noticeably more awkward every single time you get into a car. It quietly shapes your routine without drawing attention to itself, which is exactly why it's so easy to ignore. So what exactly is that small plastic button on the seatbelt strap? And why does it exist at all? You've probably seen it hundreds of times without thinking twice. And that's what makes it so interesting. It's always there, doing something, yet never asking to be noticed. Let's take a closer look and uncover its purpose, right here, on History of Simple Things. That small round piece on your seatbelt strap is officially called a seatbelt stop button, and despite its simple appearance, it serves a practical function that improves everyday usability in a subtle but effective way. It's typically made of durable plastic and clipped or riveted securely onto the belt fabric, positioned just below the latch plate, the metal tongue that clicks into the buckle. Because it blends in with the belt and doesn't move, many people assume it's decorative or even accidental. In reality, it's a deliberately placed component included in the seatbelt assembly of most modern vehicles. Its position isn't random either. It's carefully chosen based on how people naturally reach for the belt, ensuring the latch plate stays within a comfortable and intuitive grabbing range. The main job of the seatbelt stop button is to prevent the latch plate from sliding too far down the belt when it's not being used. Without it, the metal latch would drop all the way toward the retractor or anchor point every time the belt retracts after you unbuckle. That might not sound like a major issue at first, but it would quickly become frustrating in daily use. Each time you go to buckle up, you'd need to pull more belt out or search awkwardly near your side to find the latch. In some cases, it could even end up partially hidden beside the seat. The button prevents this by acting as a barrier that keeps the latch plate at a consistent and reachable height. This small feature plays a noticeable role in how quickly and smoothly you can fasten your seatbelt without needing to think about it. When the latch plate stays in a consistent position, grabbing it becomes almost automatic. You reach, pull, and click in one motion, without hesitation or adjustment. That consistency matters more than people realize, especially when you're in a hurry or helping someone else buckle in. Without the stop button, that smooth motion would be interrupted more often by small delays and repositioning. It removes friction from a simple task, making the process feel effortless. It's a quiet example of design that prioritizes ease of use, allowing the interaction to feel natural rather than something that requires attention. Another benefit of the stop button is that it prevents the latch plate from sliding freely along the belt while you're driving. Without it, the metal piece could shift around with movement, creating small but noticeable distractions over time. It might press against your body in an uncomfortable way, tap against nearby surfaces, or slightly tug on the belt in ways that feel inconsistent. These aren't major problems individually, but during longer drives, they can become increasingly irritating. Even small repeated movements can draw your attention or affect comfort. By keeping the latch plate anchored in a fixed area, the button helps maintain a stable and predictable fit that improves the overall driving experience. While the stop button itself isn't designed to protect you during a crash, it still plays a supporting role in the overall seatbelt system. Seatbelts are engineered to work properly when positioned correctly across the body, and anything that encourages consistent use contributes to safety. By keeping the latch plate easy to reach and properly positioned, the button makes it more likely that people will buckle up correctly and without hesitation. Small inconveniences can influence behavior over time, even if they seem minor. Removing those inconveniences helps reinforce better habits. In that sense, the stop button indirectly supports the larger goal of keeping passengers secure and properly restrained in everyday driving situations. The reason most people don't notice the seatbelt stop button is because it does its job without demanding attention. It doesn't move, it doesn't make noise, and it doesn't require any interaction during normal use. It simply stays in place and works quietly in the background. This is common with well-designed everyday objects. They fade into the experience because they don't create problems. People usually only start noticing them when something goes wrong or feels different. If that button were missing or broken, its absence would immediately stand out. That quiet reliability is what makes it effective. It blends into the routine so completely that it becomes almost invisible, even though it plays a role every time. The tiny button on your seatbelt strap might seem insignificant at first glance, but it's a strong example of thoughtful design hiding in plain sight. Its role in keeping the latch plate accessible, stable, and easy to use improves something you do every day without adding complexity. It doesn't stand out or demand attention, yet it contributes to a smoother, more intuitive experience each time you get into a car. Once you understand what it does, it becomes difficult to ignore. It's a reminder that even the smallest details are often carefully designed, shaping your daily interactions in ways you rarely notice, even though they quietly improve your experience every single day. Thank you for watching. If you have suggestions for our next video, feel free to share them in the comments below. We'll be sure to give you an acknowledgement for your contribution. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the history of simple things. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more stories woven through the smallest details.